แลมเบอร์ครับเป็นธุรกิจที่พยายามจะแก้ปัญหา3อย่างก็คือปัญหาของ1ฝั่งโปรดิวเซอร์ซึ่งคือฝั่งเกษตรกรเราต้องการจะทำให้เกษตรกรมีคุณภาพชีวิตที่ดีขึ้น2คือฝั่งคัสเตอร์ต้องการทำให้คนที่อยู่ในเมืองเนี่ยเข้าถึงอาหารที่ดีปลอดภัยและก็ดีต่อสุขภาพ3ก็คือเรื่องสิ่งแวดล้อมเราต้องการจะเพิ่มพื้นที่เกษตรอินทรีย์ครับทั้งในประเทศไทยและก็ในระดับ global
เราได้ไปคุกคีกับทั้งตัวเกษตรกรเองค่ะแล้วก็ตัวของผู้บริโภคด้วยทำให้เราได้อินไซต์มาว่าจริงๆแล้วในส่วนของผู้บริโภคเนี่ยก็คือเขาก็ต้องการอะไรที่มันสะดวกสบายสำหรับเขาอะไรเงี้ยค่ะมันก็เลยทำให้เราปิ๊งไอเดียในเรื่องของ vending machine
ก็อย่างตัวเทคโนโลยี vending machine นะครับอย่างที่บอกว่าเพิ่งได้รับทุนจากเทดฟันกับของ NIA มานะก็ทุนก้อนนี้ก็ครึ่งหนึ่งจะนำมาพัฒนาตัวธุรกิจส่วนอีกครึ่งเนี่ยจะนำมาพัฒนาตัว vending machine
อยากจะฝากถึงทีมที่กำลังแข่งขันอยู่ในตอนนี้นะครับว่าให้ใช้โอกาสแล้วก็ใช้ทรัพยากรที่มีอยู่ในการแข่งขันนี้นะครับอย่างคุ้มค่ามากที่สุดไม่ว่าจะเป็นตัวคณะกรรมการเองก็ตามนะครับหรือว่าตัวเมนเทอร์ที่จะเข้ามาให้คำปรึกษาในทีมเองก็ตามเพราะว่าคำแนะนำแล้วก็ประสบการณ์จากคณะกรรมการแล้วก็เมนเทอร์ครับอาจจะเปลี่ยนโอกาสทางธุรกิจของเราไปเลยก็ได้ครับผม
At Sasin, our theme is Inspire, Connect, Transform for a better, smarter, sustainable world.
เราต้องการช่วยสนับสนุนสตาร์ทอัพในไทยนะคะแล้วก็อยากจะให้อีโคซิสเต็มของสตาร์ทอัพในเมืองไทยเนี่ยมีจุดเด่นแล้วก็ความเข้มแข็งมากขึ้นนะคะช่วยกันสนับสนุนให้มีสตาร์ทอัพขึ้นมาในเมืองไทยเพิ่มมากขึ้น
การส่งเสริมในเรื่องการเป็น entrepreneurship เนี่ยเราคิดว่าเป็นเรื่องที่สำคัญมากเพราะว่าความท้าทายหลายอย่างในสังคมหรือปัญหาที่เกิดขึ้นเนี่ยมันไม่สามารถแก้ไขด้วยบริษัทใหญ่ๆได้แต่ผู้เดียวนะครับมันต้องการพลังต้องการความ entrepreneurship ของคนรุ่นใหม่ครับ
We want to connect you and I hope the competition has connected you all to like-minded others and we want to transform.If business does not transform itself to be sustainable, then our life will cease to exist.
รู้สึกยินดีมากครับที่ได้มีโอกาสมาให้การสนับสนุนการแข่งขันนี้ครับซึ่งเป็นปีที่7ที่เราสนับสนุนต่อเนื่องนะครับมีความหวังอยู่ลึกๆว่ายูนิคอร์นที่ผ่านการแข่งขัน SCG Bangkok Business Challenge เนี่ยนะครับคงจะเกิดขึ้นในเร็วๆวันนี้ครับก็เฝ้ารอดูอยู่นะครับ
Redefining the future of sustainable ventures SCG Bangkok Business Challenge at Sasin 2022. Asia's longest-running global student startup competition. Sasin School of Management, together with SCG Chemicals, is back with the 20th anniversary of the SCG Bangkok Business Challenge. Our competition encourages undergrads and postgrads to demonstrate not only their innovations, but their mindful entrepreneurial approach as well. We are a global platform that showcases student-led startups, initiates collaborations between budding entrepreneurs, and brings sustainability considerations for scalable ventures to the mainstream. Our competition was founded back in 2002 with a vision to inspire new generations of students to strive for a better entrepreneurial path, welcoming global competitors in 2008 and recently separating the Thailand track into its own competition in 2021. As all businesses are not standalone entities, but ones that affect the environment and our society, our competition introduced sustainability as a key criteria as early as 2010. Teams will have their business plans evaluated not only on their economic soundness, but their considerations for the impact they will have on the ecosystem as well. There are two separate competitions, Thailand and Global. The first round for both are held online, and the winner for the Thailand competition will join the Global competition as a semi-finalist. All pitching rounds for both competitions will be held live at Sasin School of Management. Between the two competitions, the total cash prizes over $60,000, with the global competition historically having prestigious royal trophies, which are His Majesty the King's Award and Her Royal Highness Princess Mahajakri Sirinthorn's Sustainability Award. The Thailand competition itself has cash prizes of $4,500. Here are the semi-finalists of the Thailand competition to keep an eye on: Uniclass, IQ Med, Carity, Shrimpney, Greikel, Perm, Common Craft Company, D-Fire, Journey, Yabez, Carsa, and InWaste. Welcome aboard, competitors, and bear in mind these key dates.
เส้นทางของการทำสตาร์ทอัพอะค่ะคือมันไม่ได้โรยด้วยกลีบกุหลาบ
เราจะต้องพยายามที่จะมองเทรนด์หรือว่าแนวโน้มในอนาคตให้ออกด้วย
มันน่าสนใจเพราะมันมี history ที่แบบยาวนานแล้วก็จัดแต่ละคนก็คือแบบเป็นตัวจริงของแต่ละวงการอย่างเงี้ยแลมเบอร์ครับเป็นธุรกิจที่พยายามจะแก้ปัญหา 3 อย่าง ก็คือปัญหาของ 1 ฝั่งโปรดิวเซอร์ซึ่งคือฝั่งเกษตรกรเราต้องการจะทำให้เกษตรกรมีคุณภาพชีวิตที่ดีขึ้น 2 คือฝั่งคัสเตอร์ต้องการทำให้คนที่อยู่ในเมืองเนี่ยเข้าถึงอาหารที่ดีปลอดภัยแล้วก็ดีต่อสุขภาพ 3 ก็คือเรื่องสิ่งแวดล้อมเราต้องการจะเพิ่มพื้นที่เกษตรอินทรีย์ครับทั้งในประเทศไทยแล้วก็ในระดับ global
เราได้ไปคุกคีกับทั้งตัวเกษตรกรเองค่ะแล้วก็ตัวของผู้บริโภคด้วยทำให้เราได้อินไซต์มาว่าจริงๆแล้วในส่วนของผู้บริโภคเนี่ยก็คือเขาก็ต้องการอะไรที่มันสะดวกสบายสำหรับเขาอะไรเงี้ยค่ะมันก็เลยทำให้เราปิ๊งไอเดียในเรื่องของ vending machine
ก็อย่างตัวเทคโนโลยี vending machine นะครับอย่างที่บอกว่าเพิ่งได้รับทุนจากเทดฟันกับของ NIA มานะก็ทุนก้อนนี้ก็ครึ่งหนึ่งจะนำมาพัฒนาตัวธุรกิจส่วนอีกครึ่งเนี่ยจะนำมาพัฒนาตัว vending machine
อยากจะฝากถึงทีมที่กำลังแข่งขันอยู่ในตอนนี้นะครับว่าให้ใช้โอกาสแล้วก็ใช้ทรัพยากรที่มีอยู่ในการแข่งขันนี้นะครับอย่างคุ้มค่ามากที่สุดไม่ว่าจะเป็นตัวคณะกรรมการเองก็ตามนะครับหรือว่าตัวเมนเทอร์ที่จะเข้ามาให้คำปรึกษาในทีมเองก็ตามเพราะว่าคำแนะนำแล้วก็ประสบการณ์จากคณะกรรมการแล้วก็เมนเทอร์ครับอาจจะเปลี่ยนโอกาสทางธุรกิจของเราไปเลยก็ได้ครับผม
At Sasin, our theme is Inspire, Connect, Transform for a better, smarter, sustainable world.
เราต้องการช่วยสนับสนุนสตาร์ทอัพในไทยนะคะแล้วก็อยากจะให้อีโคซิสเต็มของสตาร์ทอัพในเมืองไทยเนี่ยมีจุดเด่นแล้วก็ความเข้มแข็งมากขึ้นนะคะช่วยกันสนับสนุนให้มีสตาร์ทอัพขึ้นมาในเมืองไทยเพิ่มมากขึ้น
การส่งเสริมในเรื่องการเป็น entrepreneurship เนี่ยเราคิดว่าเป็นเรื่องที่สำคัญมากเพราะว่าความท้าทายหลายอย่างในสังคมหรือปัญหาที่เกิดขึ้นเนี่ยมันไม่สามารถแก้ไขด้วยบริษัทใหญ่ๆได้แต่ผู้เดียวนะครับมันต้องการพลังต้องการความ entrepreneurship ของคนรุ่นใหม่ครับ
We want to connect you, and I hope the competition has connected you all to like-minded others, and we want to transform. If business does not transform itself to be sustainable, then our life will cease to exist.
รู้สึกยินดีมากครับที่ได้มีโอกาสมาให้การสนับสนุนการแข่งขันนี้ครับซึ่งเป็นปีที่ 7 ที่เราสนับสนุนต่อเนื่องนะครับมีความหวังอยู่ลึกๆว่ายูนิคอร์นที่ผ่านการแข่งขัน SCG Bangkok Business Challenge เนี่ยนะครับคงจะเกิดขึ้นในเร็วๆวันนี้ครับก็เฝ้ารอดูอยู่นะครับ
Redefining the future of sustainable ventures.
Okay, good morning, honorable judges, participants, and viewers watching online, live on Facebook. So welcome to the SCG Bangkok Business Challenge at Sasin 2022 Thailand Competition. My name is Trai Kongpan Pramod Nayutaya. I'm the co-founder of the competition and also a Sasin alumni. So it's been 20 years since this competition has been growing, and I'm so glad that we can actually do it live, face-to-face this year after 2 years of doing it online. So yeah, with the support of SCGC, we've done this for so many years. So thank you very much to our sponsor. This year, we've actually separated the Thailand competition from the global competition. So the Thailand competition, we've had over 100 teams applied. Yesterday we had 12 semi-finalists, and today we have 5 finalists competing for the trophy, as well as cash prize of over $4,000, and also a seat on the global competition, which will happen later this year in July. Okay, so before I go into the competition, let me introduce our honorable judges. I'm going to introduce from my left to my right. First of all, Kun Pariwat Wongsamran, Director of Innovative Entrepreneur and Enterprise National Innovation Agency, NIA. สวัสดีครับ คุณน้ำฝน ปัญจนาพงษ์ชัย Managing Director of Senyum สวัสดีครับ คุณวิภาค ตระการรังสี Head of Tech Marketing and Digital Lotus. Welcome. Our last judge, she unfortunately cannot be here in person, but she is actually live on Zoom. So welcome Kun Kanya Gamutpan, Vice President of the Stock Exchange of Thailand. Okay, so today we have 5 teams, and in order of their presentation, we will start off with IQ Med from Mahidol University, and then we'll follow by Yabes from Pathum Thani University, then DeFi from Asian Institute of Technology, followed by Uniclass from Sasin School of Management, and the last team to present today is Perm from Chulalongkorn University. Okay. May I invite the first team, IQ Med from Mahidol University, on stage now? So, do you get any sleep last night?
Pardon?
Do you have any sleep? Did you get any sleep last night?
Maybe 2.5 hours, right?
2.5 hours, okay. All right. Congratulations on making it to the final.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let me remind you that the format is slightly different from yesterday. Okay, so we have a total of 30 minutes. You see the clock in front of the judges there. After 5 minutes, the judges can ask questions. Okay, and they will interject after that. So you only have 5 minutes of protected time. All right, and then after 5 minutes, the judges feel free to come in with the questions, okay, or any comments. All right, you ready?
Are you ready? Yes.
You are? Okay.
Yes.
All right, judges, are we all okay? Good. Kun Kanya, you online, you can hear us okay, all right? Okay. All right, IQ Med from Mahidol University. Good luck, and we'll start the clock as soon as you begin.
Thank you. Sawadee krab. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting from the question that how many times do you urinate in the day? Maybe the answer is 5 times, 8 times, or 10 times or more. Sorry. Slide มันดีเลย Oh, I'm the urologist doctor and working at the Faculty of Medicine, Wachila Hospital. I take care of the patient who's suffering from the voiding problem, and it's called lower urinary tract symptoms. And now today, the aging society is increasing, and the Thailand is not exception. So that the prevalence of the study from the World Report from the British Journal Urological International 2018 report that the prevalence of the lower urinary tract symptom is 18% from the 2008. So I get the pain point and the problem from the clinical setting at the hospital that one, the patient get the panic and the stressful when to go to the measurement of the urine flow, which only one time because of the measurement of the uroflowmetry is only one shot in the measurement. So the patient get the stressful in the unfamiliar toilet and inconvenient environment. So it brings to the unreliable data that the urologist doctor cannot interpret the results, and in the hospital is crowded and have the long waiting line. So our solution is the UroGo. It's the platform of the home uroflow testing. UroGo is a UroFlow. UroGo is the home monitoring uroflowmetry to measurement the flow rate and the urine volume.
So from this problem, now we are introducing to our solution and the UroGo home uroflowmeter as a service platform. The concept of this platform starts after the diagnosis. So the UroGo is sent from the IQMed to the patient's house according to the order of urologist. During the use of UroGo at home, which is normally about 3 to 4 days, the urine flow result data is real-time sending on the IoT platform to the IQMed cloud, so urologists can access to the data from application in real time. After that, the UroGo is returned to IQMed. Moreover, IQMed also works on the device maintenance, manufacturing management, and logistics. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so here, from this concept that I mentioned before, here is the patient's journey, showing the flow of data. Normally, the urologist is a specialist who can use the urine flow data in analyzing the voiding condition of patients. But there are many hospitals and clinics that have no urologist, so they will not be able to receive the urology patients. Our service step up opportunity for them to receive this group of patients by receiving the urine flow result analyzed by the urologist of our partner hospital after they order the UroGo, as shown in the orange diagram. So the features that the competitors cannot copy is our unfair advantages, which mainly about the device, the design of the device that's suitable for the home uroflowmeter as service platform. So the UroGo device is designed to be user-friendly, small and portable to be delivered to patient's house. And to use the device, the patients can press only one button before urination. In addition, the device is designed to be integrated with IoT technologies. And last, the application involve the supply chain management. Next slide, please. Oh, so here is the interface application for the doctor and patients. And in the current Thai market, now we are facing with 3 competitors. The advantage of our Eurogo over these 3 is that the device is designed to be used testing at home, which reduces the error of test result. However, there is also a home Eurometer in the current global market. To compare, the competitors is the standalone device, while our Eurogo is a device designed for integrating with the telemedicine service, solving the pain point of hospital use and current home use Eurometer.
Okay, and because of the limitation of devices number, many patients cannot approach to the uniformity test. Back, please. Okay. Uniformity test. So we want to solve this inequality by providing telemedicine and home delivery systems. And testing at home can reduce the patient's stress, and so more accurate data, more effective treatment. Our TAM is $400 million and some $40 million. In the first year of launching, we do market testing, capturing 7,200 patients in the medical school hospitals, and then we will expand to the public and private hospitals, and we will approach 10%. And in 2027, we will collaborate with the telemedicine providers and capture 15%. In 2028 and 29, which will have the user more than 1 million, we can capture 20 and 25% respectively. In the later year, we have an exit plan. Our company will be merged and be acquired by the medical businesses in order to forward markets. Back, please. For the revenues model, we have 3 channels. First one is public hospital. We take 70% of the medical fee, which is $30, and this fee is reimbursable. For the private hospital and telemedicine providers, we charge at the same rate, $35.
Our stakeholders are hospital, patients, and doctor, and the Eurogo provide benefits for all of them. For the hospital will gain more patient cases because the using of Eurogo increase the Europhometry accessibility, and the patient is allowed to test comfortably at home, which will reduce the patient's stress. This leads to the doctor to get more accurate data for the diagnosis, and it can build the trust from the patients as well. The development of Eurogo was started in 2019. At this time, we have already completed the first lab prototype and done the clinical trial phase 1 at Washira Hospital. Our next step is to develop our final product, which will be completed in this year. And in order to do the clinical trial phase 2 in 2024, getting medical device standardization and Thai FDA approval must be done by the end of 2023. And we plan to launch our product in 2025. For the financial development assumption, it's based on the Eurobarometer usage demand of elder patients with voiding problem in telemedicine system. Since the growth rate of aging society and telemedicine accessibility is around 4% and 10% respectively, the growth rate is expected to increase more in the following years. And due to the larger market size in 2026, the revenue growth rate will increase around 1,400%, significantly rise from the first year to the second year, and it will continue to grow at a rate of 50% in the following years. And for the net profit margin, it will be around 13% in the first year. And since the larger market size in the second year, the increasing of revenue caused the expense to increase as well. So this is result in the decreasing of net profit margin to 10% in the following years. And our payback period will be 4 years after launch the Eurogo as a final product.
During the first clinical trial, we received feedback from the patient by using the validated questionnaires. The feedback, this study enrolled 30 patients, and the feedback from the patient revealed that all patients feel comfortable to use the device, and they satisfy. And they also satisfy with the system because this also saves their time from traveling to the hospital and also from waiting during the hospitalization. And additionally, the patient also mentioned that they would like to continue to use the device because if the doctor order, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, the doctor also satisfied with this device because the sequential data that they can obtain from the patient during 3-day sequential testing is more realistic for an assessment and also more reliable compared with the data that obtained from the one-off testing at the hospital. And these results also correlate with the publication previously, which also attract attention from the other doctors. Our team consists of urologists, who is a doctor who typically use the Eurobarometer for diagnosis his patient, and biomedical engineer who design and develop the device, and also business analyst. Our team is a part of iQmed innovation, where there are 3 main products that are currently running. The first is the Eurogo. The second is organ preservation box, and third is digital health application. Besides for the information that we provide about the iQmed service platform, in the future, we also plan to expand this service platform for the other device. For example, tele-EKG holder, tele-blood pressure, tele-temperature, and also tele-oxygen saturation, because this will allow the collection of the sequential data, continuous data for the doctor to assessment, which would be better than using the discrete manual data that collected by the patient. This platform will help to reduce the human error. For the Eurogo, to further develop and to perform all the process until launching the product, today we are asking for $400,000, and we are offering 15% share. Life is priceless. We never regret saving more. Thank you for your attention.
Okay. Thank you, IQMed, for bringing your brilliant idea and present it to us. First of all, I would like to ask to check my understanding. You're charging to the hospital, and but you never charge to the end user?
We charge from the hospital.
So if I'm the patient, the cost of device is not incurred to me.
In the hospital, in the public hospital, the device is not included in the. When you go to the test, you can charge the order is 1,000 baht or $30 each time you test the measurement of the urine flow. But in the Thailand, you have the three scheme, have the universal coverage บัตรทอง and the social security ประกันสังคม and then the government officer. So that three part the hospital can reimburse them from the government.
Okay.
So if you go to the three scheme, you not can pay anymore, because this service you charge from the hospital. Maybe to sign the contract and have to charge from the hospital too.
So this one is not the in-home unit.
Because when the doctor order the measurement, yes, the service is go to your home.
Right.
Yes. If order
and the
from
cost is covered by the hospital charge.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, in your projection, do you think how many units will be distributed in the next year?
In the next year, or you mean in the first year that we plan to?
Sorry.
Okay. In the first year that we plan to launch around 150 units of device.
150 units.
150 units of device, yes. To the medical school first.
And after that?
And after that, we plan to go to another hospital segment. Can you go to the market?
I would like to know what's your growth rate and how you plan to handle the volume that's coming in. Because when the device transmit the data to you, and how many doctors will be sitting there reading the data, or you use other systematic to analyze those data?
The first year that we plan for medical school, maybe urologists around the 35 or 40 urologists can access the data and can order the Euro goals at home, right?
And how soon they're gonna analyze those data? Because if the customer, the patient, do the test and the data was transmit, you have 30, 40 doctor to analyze. And how long does it take before they get the data back?
When the data is real time, if the patient was the first time at home, the data is if the doctor access to the application can see the data.
So it depends on how soon the doctor will read those data, right?
Yes.
So in that case, try to make me understand. So what's the point of transmit the data real time then?
Can you ask
Well,
again?
we transmit the data real time, right? So that's one of your strength as the product to differentiate yourself from the rest of the market. But I think the actual benefit will rely on how often or how soon the doctor read those data. Am I understand correctly?
Yes, the data will be analyzed as soon as the doctor get the data and how often the patient use a device.
Okay. I'm still not following, but anyway. Okay. On your device, does it, what type of transmission mode does it support? Is it only support the real time?
Actually, in our device, there is two ways to store data. The first way is the telemedicine, which will send the data to the cloud And the second way is the internal memory, which will be in the device itself.
Okay, so in that case, if at home my internet is down, then what happens?
So if in the area that have no internet or there is the problem of the internet, we have the backup for the urine flow test data by we have the internal memory in the device. So after the use of Eurocode, which is normally about 3 to 4 days, or maybe like depend on the order of the urologist, then after the Eurocode is returned to the IQMed company, then the data will be uploaded on to the cloud.
Okay, so you have the offline storage for 3 or 4 days?
Yeah. So it might delay from that if
okay.
have the problem.
Thank you.
I noticed that this product might have to have quite of high cost on this one. I would like to know how many percent, or let's say how much would it cost per one unit, because it's not just produce the Eurocode machine, right? It's how to collect the data behind, so which would need a lot of operations behind that. And I noticed that in your financial statements, it's not even have burn in beginning of the year and already like have, start from zero and keep growing from there. So would you explain to me a little bit more on this one?
You want to know about like only the product cost, or you want to know like the process?
So first can be just the cost of the product, right? And then maybe clarify a little bit why in the financial you not burn anything. How will you grow from there? Because I believe this one would need high investment in to produce the product and then to acquire lots of things. Yeah.
For the cost to produce the product, just only for the hardware part and the logistic and the software, it will be around like 20,000 baht. Can you go to the slide in the? It's in the appendix. It is the cost in each process. For the final product that we plan to do, it will be like 45K, and to do the medical standard, we have to use like 90K, and to the clinical trial, we will use like 4.5K. And for the massive production, which will be launched in the first year, will be around 45K for the fixed cost of the product only, and the expense will be around 60K, and the software will be around 30K, and for the high factory, for massive manufacturing, will be around 90K.
So this one is per unit, right?
No, this one is for all of the process. But in the per unit, just only the cost of the device will be around 20K.
Okay, so to ask a bit further on this one, so this one have the research that is it like intellectual property to belong to IQMed, or is it belong to university?
So currently the patent is owned by Mahidol University. However, the IQMed already made an exclusive license agreement with the Mahidol University, and the list of the innovator of this product were listed on the document. Is a member of IQMed, and as the product already took for development further, at this moment IQMed preparing the draft of the new patent, that will share the ownership between IQMed Innovation and Mahidol University.
So how many percent you have to pay back to Mahidol University for making this revenue?
10%. It's 10%.
10% sharing. Oh, now one more question. Is the device require maintenance?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And is the cost of maintenance included in your financial model?
Yes.
Okay. Approximately, what the cost of maintenance per device per year now?
Our maintenance cost will be related to the number of device. So in the first year, we will have the maintenance cost around like 1.2 million baht. And in the further year that the number of device will be increased, the maintenance cost will be increased as well.
So the average per device is how much?
The average maintenance?
Yeah, on the devices, per device. You said the first year is $1 million something, right? $1 million and what? Almost $1.2 million.
It will be around.
So first of all, actually, for the maintenance, because our company also design and develop this device, so we have the knowledge in order to for the maintenance this by ourselves.
It will be around 2,000 baht per month.
Okay,ครับ.
Can you explain more about the impact from your business, because you addressed a little bit on the slides about the sustainability for the social or something? The impact from your business.
You mean the sustainability?
Yes.
Oh.
Is accountable or just mention about the address the idea?
We mentioned about the inequality in device accessibility, because in the rural area, the people in that area cannot access to the Bangkok or access to the devices that exist in the hospitals. So after they use our product, we can deliver the Eurogo to their homes. So many doctors can prescribe to test urofilm, because patients may have the urinary voiding symptom.
Yeah. First of all, how many patients you save a year? How many medical costs you save a year, or something like that? If your business up and running.
Okay. In the first year, we have reached 7,200 patients who we can save that. But in the time, in total is 5.1 million Thai. 5.1 million Thai populations that we can save.
I think this device is non-invasive, so that the cost of the impact for the medical service is the medical cost is, I think, is about the non-medical cost to transportation, to a caregiver time, or the timing consumed. This is only so the impact, especially. And for the patient, I think that they don't go to the hospital, not crowded people, and the home monitoring, I think, is a device that to the accurate for the accuracy data and reliable, because you can measurement the flow rate, the volume, and the frequency. Each for 3 days, I think that the urologist doctor can interpret the data.
Okay, I'm sorry, time is up. Thank you very much, IQMed from Mahidol University.
Thank you.
We apologize for the technical glitch at the beginning. Hopefully that will be sorted out soon. So judges, you can, we have about 5 minutes before the next team for the scoring. So we'll come back with Yabes from Pathum Thani University.
Okay, good morning and welcome again to the SCG Bangkok Business Challenge at Sasin, Thailand Competition. We're here with the finals. My name is Dean Outerson. I'm the ambassador and writer-in-residence at Sasin, and I'm joined by Dr. Pinari Timakorn, who's a management faculty member and who teaches AI at Sasin.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
So we've just heard from the first team, IQ Med from Mahidol University. They're the first team in the this morning's finals, and you watched their presentation. What do you think of their product and their performance?
I think they're very useful. Yeah, and they discovered the pain points from the patients that, you know, people face a stress during urine flow collection, and so that affects the analysis of the doctors. And so I think their tool is a very interesting and, of course, very impactful to the society.
Okay, very good. Another example of med tech that we're seeing that's quite popular these days.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So IQ Med, they were the first team to present, and we have another team coming up in about 5 minutes. So what else are we looking for when these teams go up and present? What is you've done this before, you've watched many startups present their idea to judges. What should they be doing when they're up on stage, other than relaxing and not being nervous?
Yeah, I think one thing that's a little unfortunate about this team is the technical issues. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel a little sorry for them that, you know, they kind of have blocks on presenting. But otherwise, I think the very strong point that this team has is their product. Right. Is they have, you know, their technical product is very well developed, and they have, you know, plan in mind, and they actually have a big team behind them. And so with that, you know, certification, and they have plans like doing FDA, I think those are really great for especially deep tech companies. Yep. Other than that, you know, usually what people want to see during the pitch is usually use the pain points, the use case of, you know, what is the pain point that you're trying to solve? How painful it is. You can have something that is nice to have, which is something that won't be successful. It won't be a successful venture because it won't scale. People won't buy it. But if it's a really painful point, then it's something that people not a nice to have, but it's something you need. Then that is the first sign for a successful venture. The second thing that people would usually look for is traction. You know, how much of the prototype have you tested? Mm-hmm. You know, how many people have already adopted it, which is kind of tricky for a deep tech or med tech because, like, you have to pass through, you know, FDAs and all those processes before actually using it with real patients. And so in that sense, usually with clinical trials would be, you know, a good proof of, you know, how things are going through. And it's really quite risky to, you know, invest in medtech companies, but I think this team is doing quite well. Right. And otherwise, like, you know, business and financial projections, of course, are things that investors would look for in your presentation, in your pitch. Absolutely. We've seen a lot of medtech around recently, and even our keynote speaker yesterday from Mediculi. Oh, Mediculi, yeah. Yeah. They're also in the medtech field, and also as you mentioned, going through the FDA processes and all the regulatory things. That's certainly an obstacle or a challenge, I guess. A challenge, yeah. I would say a big challenge that, you know, it kind of determines whether you do or die. Right. Almost. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so that was the first team. As I said, IQ Med. We have 4 teams to go after this. The next team coming up is Yabes from Pathum Thani University, and they're going to be talking about their non-steroidal topical medication. Also medtech. Also medtech as well.
So these teams are part of the Thailand competition. They're the finalists here in the SCG Bangkok Business Challenge at Sasin, Thailand competition. We'll find out the winner of this competition later this afternoon. And we've got 4 teams to go. It should be a lot of fun.
It is, yeah. I'm really looking forward to them.
This is the first time that we're back face-to-face after 2 years of online competitions. So we're very happy to be back. I'm happy to see you here in person as well. So we're just going to be going back to the competition. I think the judges have almost finished their deliberations and we're almost ready for team number 2 to start. So we'll send it back into the room.
Okay, welcome back to the final round of the SCG Bangkok Business Challenge at Sasin 2022 Thailand's competition. Please, the next venture, please come up on stage. Our next venture who will be pitching their innovation to our panel judges is Team Yabes from Pathum Thani University. Okay, so for Yabes, let me remind you that we have 30 minutes altogether. After 5 minutes, judges can interject at any time. All right? We will have the final announcement or the winner's announcement later this afternoon at 2:30. And so please, people who are tuning in online, please note that time. So, Yabes, good to go?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so we'll start the time as soon as you begin. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the introduction. I'm Dr. Sayamon Sithisan, as CEO and biochemist researcher of Yabes. And this is our team, Naktapong as SEO and marketer, Nicholas, and Dr. Supalas, our team.
Okay, all right. Everybody want to see the miracle, right? So for me, our first step that I became too interesting about this product is about when I look back in the history and I see the miracle from the Jesus Christ, as I am a Catholic. So the Jesus Christ, first miracle that he has he has done is about to turn the water into wine. But the next miracle, he healed the people with psoriasis. So for psoriasis, it's about 2,000 years ago until now that we still waiting for the miracle because there is still no cure for this disease. So, but when I study for the Thai traditional medicine, I look back into the history in the Thai traditional medicine. But I found something amazing. This is not a miracle, but it wrote down in the stone scripture that we have the recipe that can heal the people with psoriasis easily. So I just start from this interesting to find out. And then I use the innovation to put into the recipe until we found that we have something amazing. And this is the miracle that will be in my hand and will be in the people with psoriasis hand to be the miracle for them. So this is our medical product that we have. So we are the first non-steroidal topical medicine, not the cosmetic product for psoriasis treatment with Thai FDA approved. So we are the first. And this is our intellectual property is still on the progress to be announced. And this is FDA approved. And this is our achievement and research funding received. We start from the 2018, that's from the Startup Thailand University League. Until this time, we have the proof of concept. That's why we have the FDA approved from this GAIN fund.
Okay, psoriasis is the pain point of this project. Psoriasis is the chronic skin disease. It's more than about 100 million people worldwide, or 2 to 3% of the total population, and one of them attempt to suicide. And this disease has no cure. In Thailand, we found the people has the psoriasis disease about 2 million people. The standard treatment is steroid. The steroid is one of the pain point. That is the topical steroid used as the common treatment of the psoriasis, but the steroid have side effects such as stria and tachyphylaxis. And the last pain point is about the Thai traditional medicine that is unacceptable for pharmaceutical standard worldwide. And this is our new drug discovery is the cream and the lotion. You will see in this picture, this is the before they use the product. They have red and infection of the psoriasis in their skin and their hair. After use, after about 14 days, the symptom will be reduced, but in this hair is used after 70 days.
7 days.
Oh, sorry, 7 days. Our product will be used in traditional Thai medicine clinic and also in hospital. There is no side effect and long-term use, and they have international standard.
So for our market opportunity, so this time we have the people with psoriasis about more than 100 million worldwide, and in Thailand about 2 million in Thailand, and in Bangkok we have about 500,000 people in Thailand. So for the local market size, we want to focus on this market size first for 2 million people in Thailand. So if you see from the Institute of Dermatology Thailand, this is only in Bangkok. We have the data from the psoriasis cases are ranked in the first, and it is the number of the Institute of Dermatologists in Bangkok. So psoriasis is still a big pain point for the dermatologists nowadays. So this is the Thailand local market strategy that we have the B2B, we will sell on drugstore, clinic, and hospital. And this is we are on the progress for register for Thai innovation registered product we call in Thai บัญชีนวัตกรรม Thai. So for our prediction that we will sell for the unit for the first year is about 120,000 So for revenue, we will have 1.5 million bucks in next 5 years.
Our technology solution is starting about the Thai herb. We planting, sampling, and collecting will be supplied by Jia Thai Farm from CP, and then all the Thai herb will be extracted by Department of Development of Thai Traditional and Alternative Medicine Ministry of Public Health Thailand.
With our MOU together.
Yes, and all the extraction will be analyzed about the extract biomarker, and then we will have the storage SOP, and then all of them, including our final product, will be analyzation about antibacterial testing, antioxidant testing, and also skin testing. First of all, Thai traditional medicine is, I start with the herb-infused whiskey, also called in Thai is Yadong. All you know is about Yadong. Yadong is high concentration of alcohol that make your skin irritation. Then we will develop the Yadong into our cream. I have the innovation and technology about the extraction and find their property and then analyze of plant herb. We use 3D tissue to reduce animal testing. And then we find the biomarker of Thai herb by HPLC and LCMS. Finally, clinical trial, we will produce our product by GMP manufacturing. Then we have the yah-based solder cream and lotion.
This is our plan and milestone for this first year, 2022. We already have the proof of concept TED fund, and so we have already have the Thai FDA approved it, and this time we are now in the state of fundraising. So for the next year, we will do the local and international market launch. And in the year 2024, we plan to have our own extraction manufacturing after we, but this time we use the MOU together with the Gong Ya Thai, sorry.
Yes, Gong Ya Thai in Thai.
we are always called in Thai, Gong Ya Thai. So we will have our own extraction. Because of this, we will keep our secret and our recipe, even if we already have the IP. So for the year 2025, we will have the product developing and new product developments. So we will believe that yah-based will become the world's leading skin pharmaceutical and skin cosmeceutical brand. So this is our financial plan.
Sorry, may I interrupt? I would like to, can you go back to the previous slide? So the product will be available to the market in 2025?
No,
okay.
Now the product will be continue development.
Start to continue because for the pharmaceutical, this time we are in the very first stage for the development.
But nowadays we have all the final products.
We already have final product. But for example, for the color, or maybe we will extract for the
crude extract of herb.
And then develop the extract to be better, like we do the
color of the cream.
Okay. So when the product will be commercially available?
Commercially available now.
It's right now. Yes, it's ready right now.
But we will continue developing R&D.
Because what channel did you distribute now?
For the medication,
what channel? You said it's already commercially available through what channel? Sorry.
This time we are still waiting for the fundraising for the start the commercial, because for the medication we have to plan for the first lot.
Okay, just to be clear. So if you said it's still waiting, so it's not.
But the demo lot is.
But you can sell demo lot to the public, right?
Yes.
So my question is, when it's going to be available for the public to purchase if somebody would like to use your product?
Until we have the fundraising or we have the loan that already, because this time we already ready, but we are seeking for the angel investor or VC investor or for the bank to get the loan first to run from the pilot scale to be the commercial scale.
Okay.
So this is our financial plan that we start from the first year. We predict for 5 years. So this is for our prediction that we can do. And this is for our own equity investment plan. This is we have our own equity about 100,000, and we are now seeking for fundraising. Our loan is about $400,000. So for the payback, we do believe that for less than 2 years we will pay back for the loan. So this is the market size. For the Thailand topical steroid, market size value is about $250 million. So it's the big market for the topical steroid. And this is to show you about the corticosteroid market snapshot. You will see that the fastest growing market is about Asia Pacific. But for the largest market is about North America. But the people in North America, they will love to use the product from plant more than from the steroid. But you will see that the largest market is North America. So this is still have the good opportunity for us. And this is our competition analysis. So you will see from betamethasone cream and lotion, this is our standard treatment for steroid for the people with psoriasis right now. So the cost is about $16. So we will do the same price with effectiveness, the same as this is a protopic that really high price. And this is not the steroid, but it's still the synthetic chemical that we do the suppression of the immunology the same as steroid. But the price is very high for the people that have the tachyphylaxis with steroid. Steroid is not effective to them at all. They will use this product. But this time, if they can use this with the affordable price, why not us?
For the sustainability and impact, we have social impact, environmental impact, and also economic impact. For the social impact, as I mentioned before, there are more than 100 people worldwide with psoriasis, and we will make herbal as a standard herbal pharmacopedia, and then we will create a career for farmer prevent forest encroachment. Thank you for your intentions.
Thank you for a very cool product. I really want to see this globalized. So first, maybe we can go. Yeah, that's like sorry. You can go back a little bit on the cost, because I noticed that there's no marketing cost. How will you enter the market, and how will you plan to distribute? For example, let's imagine so you get the funding. How will you go into the market? Which channel you would go first? How much marketing cost? Or how will you do it? For example, in hospital with medicine, usually need a lot of representative, right? Or how will you do the marketing?
So, for example, for the cost this time, because this is the medical product, so for the cost per unit is very low. But for the new drug discovery, so we can do the same price as the protopic is about $66. That's fine, because this is the new drug discovery. But so for the cost, it's just a little for our cost. But we run we plan to do this. From that we register for the products into this บัญชีนวัตกรรมไทย so in Thailand we have hospital, government hospital, that all government hospital from the secondary hospital we have the Thai traditional medicine segments. So for this we call แพทย์แผนไทย
Yes, this segment of the แพทย์แผนไทย will be used the traditional Thai medicine.
But this time they can also use this medicine and help the dermatologists because in all the government hospital we have the first rank the same as is psoriasis. So if the แพทย์แผนไทย Thailand Competition sector can department can use this product, and we can sell to all hospital by this strategy that we have.
Okay.
For the first time, we plan.
Can you show us a bit more on the clinical trial? And you show the result, right? I would like to know how many of the sample case, how many cases have been on your trial, plus
on the demo lot.
On the demo lot, or however you.
This time we are, as I am the master degree student this time, and I do this for my thesis this time, and this time is we already gained the fund from the. So we have the number of the clinical trial in the full clinical trial is about first clinical phase 1 is 30, but in our own clinic that we are using now in the university clinic and in my own clinic and my friends, they are used more than 1,000 people that already
so you did try with
yes, and already have the data, the medical data record.
Okay, and because if you in your previous slide you showed the number of people in the United States, right, in the U.S. But have you tried with people in the United States? I mean, because this is somewhat related to the ratio as well, right?
We have the foreigner that come to our clinic also.
Okay.
Yes,
so
and it's still effective with them, with all the people.
That's good, Kap.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I would like to clarify first about your products. You already get approved from the Thai FDA, right?
Yes.
And for the patent, right now you are in the process for the registration or get approved for the patent?
Wait for the location.
Okay, in the process. Okay,
Process,
not yet get approved, right?
Yes.
Okay. And about the innovation registration product, you already list on that one, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned about the online, this drug, medicines already allows to sales online or not?
This time, yes, already allowed because we already have the FDA approved, but we still wait for the fund that we can go to the market.
Yeah. You can go to the market, but some medicine cannot.
Yes, but for our own clinic, we can do by the even we have no packaging, we have no lot. But if we have the sample by Thai law this time, the doctor can
still need some kind like a prescription from the doctor, right?
Yes, from the doctor. This time we already, so that's why we start before we launch in the market.
Okay.
But we start in our own clinic or the university clinic.
Okay. You about the market, you mentioned about the total is globally is about 125 million people, right?
Yes.
And about Thai's market only 2 million. And in Bangkok about the 600,000.
Yes.
Okay. So
and this is still not including the other symptom that still can use, for example, like sebderm or another skin inflammatory also can be used with this.
So that means your products can be healed another symptom as well.
Yes, the same as the steroid cream. So we do believe that for the next chapter, for the next time, we will do the other symptom that do the run.
Is the same formula or?
Yes, the same with the same formula,
okay.
The same products. Yes.
And right now, you can production is gonna be how many is products a year or a month, something like that. It's gonna be like a manufacturing scales or just lab scales or developed from just on your clinic?
Now,
yep.
Now is the scale up. We will try all of this testing is the scale up. But if we have a funding, we will produce to the commercial. But in all the process and all the demo is the scale up.
Okay, so can you explain more about how you capture the market? It also just only Bangkok is okay. How you capture the market, and you also have the competitor, the traditional one, the existing player right now. How you compete them?
The competitor, our competitor, if you search in the Google for the psoriasis treatment nowadays, the psoriasis treatment that you found in the Google is not a drug, not a medicine, but it's a cosmetic or only a cream. Yes, but our product is the medicine, only one in Thailand. And the market share of our product is, the point of our product is one of it is medicine and lower price and can use as a long term.
So we do believe that one day we will change the CPG, clinical practice guideline. This is the main strategy of all the drugs that want to change the clinical practice guideline. So if we can do that, this is the big change and game changing for this world, and we will make the steroid cream to be the past.
Okay. I'd like to ask on top of what Kun Pariwat just asked, in terms of comparison to your competitors, okay? In that landscape, you said in your clinical trial, you tried, when the patient start applying your medicine, it take them, 7 days to see the improvement?
Yes.
How about the others, like on the left side, the most expensive one? How long does it take for them to see the result?
Steroid one, you will see the more effective in the early stage, but for longer stage, they will not effective anymore.
So the immediate result, the steroid will see faster than Yabes?
No,
it may be.
This is the one that we see from our RCT randomized control trial, because we will use the standard treatment and the placebo. So for the standard treatment that we use for the standard is betamethasone first. We will not use this first for the RCT. So this time it is hard to say that to compare between Protopic and our product. But this time we do the comparison between betamethasone and the placebo and our product. That is, we do better, because most of the people will have the tachyphylaxis from this steroid already. But
tachyphylaxis is ดื้อยา.
They already do
yes.
from this product already.
Okay. Is your product have shelf life? How long is the shelf life?
2 years.
2 years. And the others, do you know how long they last? The shelf life of the method?
Most of the products is about 2 years.
Oh, it's comparable. Okay. Thank you, Kap.
Okay, you mentioned about you claim this medicines, it's not cosmetic, right? That means that your product can be cure the symptom and it have the chance to come back again.
Yes, of course, because the symptom is because of the autoimmune system. So one day it will be recurrent again. But the advantage of our product than the betamethasone is when they recurrent again, this will have less effective in the next recurrenting for the reason. But for us, this is what we amazed from the data that we have the record from the people that have the recurrenting. First, the lesion will change another place. It's different than the steroid. For example, if they have in this part, when they heal by the steroid cream, but later if the patient attack to something that induced the lesion to recurrent again, it will be happen this area again and maybe more and less effective in the next time that they are using the steroid cream. But for us, it's heal and change another place, maybe less. And when they became less, they start to use our product it will be healed easily. So this is what we have to learn and have to record for the future. That's why I said this is miracle begins and made the life of the patient live life easily and have their life again, living life again.
Are there any side effects?
No, this for the
If I apply too much, then I get drunk because it's from the yadong, right? I'm kidding.
For yadong has a lot. Suppose side effect maybe not because of the drug, but because of the alcohol itself, like irritation and very dry skin because they have the dryness from the symptom already. But when they use the alcohol, this is what the pain point that I told you before about yadong pain point.
So may I ask this? Who was the longest use for one patient that have been so with the how long for the first patient that have been using, who's the longest period that been using? Because
less than 2 months.
Because no, I mean you said this disease is uncurable, right? So they have to keep using it.
Yes. For my first patient that start to use for like the she called herself หนูทดลอง
How long have been?
So she start for the year 2018 that I show you on the first slide. So until now is about 4 years.
4 years.
And she's still sometimes calling me and doctor, please give me some.
Do you have medical record with her on all the follow-up?
Yes, and also have her photo, but it cannot show this time.
And I see that this one you plan to commercialize into the market. It means that would not only the patent would be enough, but are you planning to have like lots of medical journal as well? Since if you want to go really commercialize, we need a lot of published journal to support the data on the cure and the treatment. May I know the plan from this one?
This time we already have some our research but publication in the tier 1 in Thailand journal. But for this first clinical trial that we do the full clinical trial for my thesis this time, we plan to publish in the international journal already for this next within 6 months later after I finish my thesis.